Ciao. Gay Satanism Art Journal SatanArt number 30. SatanArt is a visual addition to the grimoire Gay Lust. The album theme is Satanic Spiritualization of Children. Children's Satanism. Puritan edition for children. Supplement to the grimoire Gay Lust. The names of the paintings are in English. The album was compiled by a Satanist of His Majesty Satan, the Antichrist Slut Sodomia. The theme of SatanArt number 30, a gay Satanist art magazine, is the spiritualization of children by Satanism and the infusion of the spirit of Satan into them. It's important to note that Satanists are born, but the spirit of Satanism enters a child gradually, and Satanism unfolds within a person, also gradually. Satanists are born Satanists, but they can also become Satanists as they grow up. This always happens, not out of nowhere, and the ability to be spiritualized by Satan is inherently present, it simply doesn't develop early in everyone. Natural-born Satanists, like Slut Sodomia, already understood that she was different from other people, and my sexual lust manifested very early. I began exploring myself sexually at around age 3. Therefore, I call myself a natural-born Satanist. For Slut Sodomia, the Antichrist, Satanism was revealed through self-awareness, from childhood. In other children, Satanism does not manifest itself so quickly, and it takes years and entire periods of life for Satan to enter a person's consciousness as a real and tangible phenomenon.
The best scenario is when Satan enters a child from childhood. This period of childhood development is also a period of developing Satanism and awareness. Upon reaching adulthood, such children recognize themselves as Satanists and enter our world better prepared, with a solid foundation under their feet, formed by their satanic inspiration. It will be more difficult for evil to deceive such children, and it will be more difficult for religions to fool them. When children are inspired by Satan, their creative abilities are significantly enhanced. They gradually develop, and by adulthood they produce a well-informed, creative individual whose consciousness can resist the evil of our world. When children are inspired by Satan, they develop critical thinking, and even in childhood, they are already capable of evaluating the actions of parents, teachers, and the deeds and words of adults who seek to influence the minds of young people. There is nothing wrong with a child's early inspiration by Satan, just as there is nothing wrong with Satan or Satanism. All the tales about protecting children from Satanists and Satan are fabrications of the inanimate creatures that make up over 90% of the Earth's population.
There are 4 main stages of Satanist development, based on the level of self-awareness and acceptance of Satan in one's consciousness. The first level is typical for spiritualization in childhood, when a child senses something but doesn't understand what's happening to them. Initial spiritualization by Satan can also occur in adulthood. If an adult doesn't fully understand what's happening to them, this will be the first level of a Satanist development. The projection of Satan has entered consciousness, but it hasn't yet been fully realized. Awakening is the second level of a Satanist development, and it is associated with an understanding of the deception of our world, which occurs because only a few people receive spiritualization and, as it were, awaken from sleep. They begin to see our world differently from how it is presented to us by authorities, religions, propaganda, the crowds of the unspiritualized, and their system of barracks education in schools. Awakening and the awareness of oneself as different from others is the foundation of this level of a Satanist development. Becoming a conscious Satanist and strengthening the connection with Satan within one's consciousness is the third level of Satanist development. This is a fairly high level, and all Satanists at this level are satanic magicians. The fourth and most powerful level of Satanism is synergy with Satan. This level is characterized by the Satanist desire to merge with Satan and become one with him. At this level, a person experiences a very strong spiritualization and is filled with wonderful energy. All spiritualization by Satan occurs within the Satanist consciousness, and no church-going is necessary. No special rituals, chants, dancing with tambourines, or sacrifices are even necessary. The following can help a Satanist deepen their satanic spiritualization. 1. Psychedelics and consciousness stimulants known as entheogens. 2. A conscious Satanist mentor of levels 2 through 4 from the list of levels in this subchapter. 2. Increased overall spirituality and awareness. 3. Increased life experience and experiencing suffering. This will increase your rage.
It's very strange that the one who gives happiness, love, sexual pleasure, and freedom has become a negatively charged character in various religious and literary hoaxes. And those vile forces of evil that manifest cruelty, religious gods, and the state had suddenly become sweet and lovable. Satan isn't afraid of vilification, yet many people view the very word Satanist with obvious caution and apprehension. This is also the merit of all those stupid pseudo-Satanist authors who equate Satanism with sacrifices and the worship of supposedly evil. Lust, passion, hypersexuality, and sexual enjoyment are declared evil, while abstinence from sex is somehow declared good. The most important thing is to gain initial spirituality from Satan and then continually develop it. If you show signs of spirituality from Satan, then you're a Satanist. If you share Satanists' goals and beliefs, then you're a Satanist. But without spirituality, you can't be a Satanist, even if you shout from every corner that you're a Satanist and draw pentagrams on yourself. Therefore, I'll give you a precise definition of a Satanist. A Satanist is someone spiritualized by Satan who shares and follows the principles of Satanism. Understanding that you're a Satanist comes with age. Inspiration by Satan may be innate, but becoming a Satanist is a work in progress. Becoming a convinced Satanist is enjoyable. Deepening your infusion with Satan is very similar to deepening your sexual lust, and even to the anal stretching that comes with fisting. It's a thrill and euphoria.
What can the Antichrist Slut Sodomia advise children to accept satanic inspiration without fear and with joy, and to resist the evil of our world? 1. Child, don't you think Satan exists in auto-dialogue, within your consciousness? This voice may not yet be clear, but it is Satan's voice. Over time, this voice will become more understandable and conscious. 2. Child, if you think you live among nasty children, unpleasant adults, and an evil society, you are not imagining it. That's exactly how it is. Develop Satanism, and Satan will show you everything, in more detail. A child needs this to understand the essence of things in our world and to deal with evil in hell. 3. Child, if you are scolded, beaten, or humiliated by other children or adult uncles and aunts for your different behavior, opinions, or peculiarities, it's not always your fault. I'll even say more. If you have already realized you are a full-fledged Satanist, then you are not guilty, and all the blame lies with the creatures who harm you. The peculiarity of Satanists is that they are antibodies and antipodes to the inanimate evil of creatures. 4th Child, don't rush to receive all of Satan's spirituality. Do it gradually and harmoniously. You will receive full Satanic spirituality only after death. The most powerful fourth level of Satanism, synergy with Satan, is only available in our world after significant life experience, for example, after 35+ years or after 50+ years. For natural-born Satanists, this process occurs more quickly, but such people are very rare in our world. 5. Child, if they want to impose rules of obedience and behavior on you, and especially lure you into a religion or a cult, then know that evil always imposes its stereotypical dogmas of behavior, which are the enemy of your freedom and your personal will. 6. Children, know that if your parents force you to go to kindergarten, school, or any other institution against your will, then they are committing evil against you. If your parents say, if you don't want to study, go to work, they are vile creatures of evil. 7. Child, know that you owe your parents nothing, and you didn't ask to be born. Your parents brought you into existence, and they are obligated to provide you with everything you need. If evil beings gave birth to children unknowingly, without the ability to provide material goods, land, or real estate for the child to live on, then such parents are evil beings. They brought you into this world without a reason to do so. 8. Child, it's important for parents to be mental teachers for their children, and not simply write them off to strangers, like kindergarten teachers, nannies, or school teachers. If parents do this, they are handing their child over to evil. Even if the parents themselves aren't true Satanists, they shouldn't treat their children this way. All so-called state or municipal institutions for the upbringing and education of children are factories of evil, designed to corrupt children and impose mental shackles on small children. All these institutions commit evil, instilling fascism and patriotism in children's minds, dumbing them down with their dogmas, their frameworks, their morals.
I dedicate SatanArt number 30, a visual art magazine about gay Satanism, to the initial spiritualization of children by Satan. Over time, spiritualization by Satanism develops in a child. Through the twists and turns of life and the chain of events in a Satanist's life, the contours of Satanism take shape into a more tangible form. Initial spiritualization by Satan is an important part of a Satanist's spiritualization. Satanism never appears out of nowhere, but develops gradually. The powers of Satanism can lie dormant within a person and not manifest, or they can be suppressed by the evil that surrounds a Satanist. I hope that my selection of images in this issue will give children and adults clues as to what the spiritualization of children by Satan is and why it is necessary. I hope it's clear to everyone by now that spiritualized children are beacons of light in our world, not a gray mass of creatures.
Read the grimoire of gay Satanism, gay lust. Watch porn, sodomize, and enlighten yourself with the light of Satan.
Anyone who reads my grimoire, it won't be any more the former. With his infernal power, he will change you. Lies of evil of our world parted, and Satan will spiritualize you. Leave the darkness of evil. Shine with the flame of Satan.
In the name of Satan, Lucifer, the Most High.